April 2nd, 6:50 a.m. PST. I'm going to go over the 2 or 3 trades I took. One was on my PAs, the other 2 were on my evals. So let's get into it. All right, first off, let's look at the P&L. So P&L on the 2 PAs, we got 432 across 2. So we can see I took 1 trade on those 2, so pretty nice. This week so far is looking pretty good. Let's look at, so yeah, pretty good so far. And over on the evals, I copied all these. 759. This is, yeah, so coming along good. This was the leader account on these evals. The other ones are just whatever. But let's get into the trades I took on the eval, and then we'll hop over to the PA. See if I can shrink this. All right. So starting off on, let's just do the hourly this morning. So this morning we had an hourly and 15-minute gap right here. I was using the 15-minute because I was trading in the smaller time frame, obviously. But last night we had Asia dump down pretty far, tapping into this gap. And yeah, we have London, Asia, and New York. And for me, I saw that we were tapping into the 15-minute, and I was like, all right, we're probably going to go back up to take out either London, tap into this gap right here, and break back down, or we're going to go all the way back up to Asia and New York. I was open to shorts only if we were going to break below this 15-minute gap to then target back down into the weekly, but those are the 2 options I had. But yeah, down into the 5-minute, I saw that we had this gap right here that we're trying to break out of now, and this gap above. And so I was considering longs if we were going to break out of this and this one. But right off the rip, we broke out of this first one, and we rejected off of this. So we came back down, and I took a short. Right now, longs are going to play out all the way to the top, so it's banger play right now, banger long. I closed all my accounts because that's what I do. But this long, this 5-minute long, that's actually playing out right now, is super juicy. Boom. Secondary touch to the low, 5-minute inverse, long to the highs, banger play. Anyways, yeah, I was waiting for all of these to get inversed, but let's see what I took. Okay, so down on the 1-minute, I took the 1-minute inverse to shorts right here. Break to at 759. So 759. So yeah, I got it as price was moving down, and I got it to 42. So I got this little move down. I could have held it to lower, but as I've mentioned before in previous videos, I will move my stop to not break even, but in to huge profit. So I'll trail price as it's going, so I can secure a winning day or profits on my eval, because I don't want price to push back. I know some people like to trade differently, and they'll move it to break even. To each their own on that one. I could have held it to lower, but again, that's discretionary. And then what I did is I saw that price tapped into this lower kind of area down here. So we hit relative equal lows down here. Let's just say we have one right here, and right in here. So we kind of tapped into that area. It's probably easier to do this mouse. It's kind of easier to see on the 5 minutes, so this one would have been actually right in here. Okay, and this one, yeah. So tapped into that on the 5 minute, and on top of all that, there was this 5 minute gap that we traded into. So that was nice. So what I did was I took a fairly risky long position. So we tapped into this once, we shot up, rejected off of this gap right here on the 1 minute, came back down, and so I took a long because we put in a secondary low. So I took a long with 10 contracts, not 12, but 10, and I took that up for right around 22 points, 21 points. I could have held it for higher, but again, I did the same thing. I moved my stop into profit, especially on PAs or evals or whatever it is, just to secure that day. This would have been a banger trade as well, the 1 minute inverse to target higher. This is the same thing as the 5 minute, it's just a lower time frame. You could also see that it is a CISD right here with this candle breaking above this high, and at the same time we're breaking above this fair value gap. So banger trade after we sweep out liquidity not once but twice. So pretty A+ setup right here with draws above. We took out this draw with this candle right here breaking above this gap that I marked out earlier. This is a 5 minute, and yeah, now we're just taking out the draws as we target London high. So those were the two trades I took. I don't believe there was anything different on this. This one was just, yeah, same thing, long off the bottom. But yeah, pretty simple day. Just using draws of liquidity to target draws above. But yeah, with all that being said, I'm gonna cut it here. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Deuces.